Some restrictions apply. Visit dfcufinancial.com for details. DFCU Financial is an equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA.
This is the great voice of the Great Lakes, 760 WJR, Detroit, a Cumulus media station.
He's not satisfied with Iran's latest offer. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump telling reporters Iran wants to make a deal and suggesting he does too.
Right now we have negotiations going on. They're not getting there. They are very disjointed. They're extremely disjointed. They're not able to get along with each other as leaders. They don't know who the leader is.
He also says Iran is asking for things he can't agree to. This as Iran resists U.S. demands to give up its nuclear program. The Trump administration says a U.S. blockade is crushing Iran's economy as rising gas prices take a toll in the U.S. Deputy White House Press Secretary Anna Kelly telling Fox.
The president has been clear-eyed all along the way about the short-term temporary disruptions that would occur as a result of Iran's attempts to subvert the free flow of energy in the Strait of Hormuz.
The president taking questions from reporters just before heading to Florida for a speech on the economy. President Trump also announcing tariffs on cars and trucks from the European Union will increase to 25% next week. He's accusing the EU of failing to comply with the trade deal. A tragedy confirmed in Florida.
What began as a missing persons case ended with the discovery of a monstrous crime.
Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister, as a body found in Tampa Bay is identified as Nahida Bristy, the second of two grad students from the University of South Florida who went missing more than 2 weeks ago.
Our community has been left heartbroken, and the victims' families shattered after this tragic loss.
Bristy's remains found by a kayaker in a garbage bag near a bridge where the body of her friend, Emile Limon, was found, also in a garbage bag. His roommate already in custody, facing murder charges, but a motive remains under investigation. America is listening to Fox News.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
Sponsored by My Fair Lady at thumbcoasttheaters.com. Experience live theater at Thumbcoast Theaters in St. Clair. Don't miss the beloved musical My Fair Lady, where an elitist professor bets he can transform a spirited girl from London's lower class into a refined lady in 6 months. Get your tickets at thumbcoasttheaters.com. We've got a vehicle fire on I-94 westbound at 21 Mile Road. That's blocking your two left lanes. I-94 westbound is reopened between M59 and North River Road. We still have those lane restrictions on I-94 westbound after Mount Elliott Street. That's scheduled to wrap up by 2:30 this afternoon. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Treetops Resort. Treetops' 5 distinguished courses mean every round lives up to its promise. Spectacular. Layer in the unlimited golf stay and play package, and the value becomes impossible to ignore. Quality, quantity, and consistency. Honestly, it's one of the best golf deals in Michigan. To book, call 888-TREETOPS. Overcast today and cooler with a high of 51. Cloudy skies for tonight, a low of 36. That means widespread frost in the area. More clouds for Saturday with a high of 52. Cloudy, but warmer for Sunday with a high of 64. Right now, mostly cloudy, 48 degrees. I'm Richard Luzensky, WJR Traffic and Weather First.
Hey there, JR listeners. Chris Alberta from Principium. Look, I have an urgent message for you today about your retirement. I don't care if you already retired, you're a few months away, or you're a few years away. You're going to be unemployed soon. And you probably don't have a pension because you are your pension. Recent all-time highs in the market. Look, you're at the top of the mountain. And now we're in an Iranian conflict. AI might replace your job. And like it or not, you could be retired as long as you were working. But despite all that, is the best time I have ever seen in my career to build you a retirement plan. The fixed rates are unbelievably good. Income models are killing it. You combine that with top-notch market management, and you're going to win. If you wait, you will lose. These rates will go down. You remember the 4% rule? My clients are using the 7% rule. They'll always have a paycheck, and that's freedom. Don't wait. Call me now, 888-800-8949. Call me, Chris Alberta, 888-800-8949.
For many retirees, changes to interest rates could mean your lump sum options will reduce. Choosing between a lump sum and monthly pension options, like all retirement decisions, shouldn't be an emotional decision. It's a math problem. Most people and professionals are doing the wrong math. Hi, I'm Kirk Cassidy, lead instructor for the Retirement Education Foundation, a charitable program, and the co-host of the Retirement Education Hour, heard here Saturday, 6 a.m. and 1 p.m. A complete retirement plan should guide every major decision in order to maximize efficiency. If you want to retire early, spend more, and reduce your anxiety, join us for our near master's level 8-hour retirement education courses where we have taught tens of thousands of families with assets between $1 to $20 million. To register for a course or watch updated webinars, visit refedu.org. That's refedu.org. Classes are held at major universities in Michigan and Missouri. $29 tuition goes to charity. Courses are sponsored by the Retirement Education Foundation, a charitable program.
It's more than news. It's a conversation. This is JR Afternoon on WJR. Here's Ryan Ermanni.
Hey, let's go on a Friday, May 1st. Can you believe it? 2026. Ryan Ermanni, JR Afternoon. My good friend Beth Ann Long, Danielle Mason, both across the glass. Ladies, how we doing today?
Feeling good and alive.
I thought one of you would say, it's gonna be May. Isn't that the Justin Timberlake?
I heard that a lot last night because I went to a cycling class and it was boy band themed. So it was a lot of that going on.
Is that Justin Timberlake? It's gonna be May.
Yeah, I like when you do it.
I like that.
I want to take the original off the radio and just put you in.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I probably got a bunch of people just to turn off their radios or shut down their TVs or YouTube, whatever the case may be. However you're listening to us, however you're watching us, welcome in on a Friday. Yes, it is May 1st today, and that means that spring and good weather is here, and we're happy about that, but it doesn't look like it today, but it's all good. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, before we get into the show today, I had no idea that this was the anniversary of the, life goes on. We forget about these dates. We forget about these important things. Did you know that 15 years ago today was Operation Neptune Spear? Do you know what Operation Neptune Spear was, ladies?
No.
It was the operation, the military operation, the mission that ultimately killed Osama bin Laden in Abbottabad, Pakistan, and where the U.S. Navy SEALs, SEAL Team 6, stormed into a compound in Pakistan, ordered by then President Barack Obama, who just came off of the White House Correspondents' Dinner, looking all cool and looking all calm, and lo and behold, he just ordered a military operation that was about to kill Osama bin Laden. And then you have these images of the Situation Room of Hillary Clinton with her, Secretary Clinton at the time, with her hand over her mouth, and just the watchful eye of everybody in the room as they were monitoring SEAL Team 6 to go get Osama bin Laden. And everybody that was alive at that time, especially if you went through 9/11 and you experienced 9/11 and how devastating that day was to this country and for everybody that experienced it. I mean, we all went through it together. Some paid the ultimate price. But that day specifically, 15 years ago, when you thought they were never going to get bin Laden, after all this time, after all the money spent in the war, after all the military operations, after all of our men and women who died in war trying to get Osama bin Laden, for that day to ultimately come, I think that is a date worth remembering in American history. And 15 years ago, he was killed. If you've got a thought on that, feel free. Talk about it. 800-859-0WJR, 800-859-0957. But as we transition into the show, as it were, today, I do want to talk a little Pistons, if I could, off the top here. It is a big game tonight in Orlando. And I'm wondering if the game is minimized a little bit because, once again, it is on Prime Video. So if you don't have Prime Video, if you are trying to make plans to watch it, or because it's on Prime Video, maybe you're not going to watch it at all. Maybe you've got something else that you'd rather do, but it is another do or die game for these guys on the road facing the Magic in Game 6. And the good news for Detroit is that the Magic will once again be without one of their best players. Franz Wagner is out with a calf strain. He's already been ruled out. And if the Pistons are going to get it done, though, they're going to need another big effort from Cade Cunningham. Cade was incredible in Game 5. A Pistons playoff franchise single-game record, 45 points. And why that was so significant was, when your back is against the wall and you have a player like Cade Cunningham, you need your best players to be your best players when you need them the most. And he was that. Significant that Wagner is out tonight, because when Franz Wagner was the primary defender on Cade Cunningham in the first 4 games of the series total, Cade scored 17 points. And 3 of 15 from beyond the arc. And with Wagner out, how about 45 points for Cade Cunningham in Game 5? That's how significant of a player Wagner is to Orlando. Now, in those first 4 games, Wagner was not the primary defender on Cade the entire games. But when he was on him, and you would put your best defender on Cade in crunch time or when the game's on the line or in certain spots, Cade had just 17 points. Wagner shut him down a little bit, and he's going to be out tonight, and that is hopefully going to help the Pistons a great deal. J.B. Bickerstaff talked after Game 5 about the way the Pistons played. Here he is afterwards.
Definitely. And, I think, obviously you don't want to put yourself in this situation, but this is what we expected. This is where our backs have been against the wall. We come out swinging, we come out kicking, we come out scratching, biting, clawing, whatever is necessary to get it done. And that spirit carries over, and the want to not let your teammate down carries over. And we got a locker room full of guys that feel that way.
So that was J.B. Bickerstaff after Game 5. And look, Orlando is just not the same team without Wagner. He's such a dynamic player. He missed 48 games in the regular season. And that's a big reason. We've talked about this all week long. It's a big reason why Orlando's an 8 seed and not a lot higher, like a top 4 seed perhaps. So you take the breaks you can take. And just a programming note for basketball tonight, there are 3 Game 6s tonight. 3 Game 6s. It's incredible. All 3 games are on Prime Video. I have no idea what the NBA is doing with this. Your game's biggest stage, playoff basketball, and a large portion of your fan base will not be able to watch. And I believe as well, if you go out to a bar, now I know a lot of bars and restaurants have the NFL package. I guarantee you not every bar that has the NFL package has the basketball package. You can't just play streaming games if you don't pay for it. If you do, you could take a chance that you do, but you can get a big penalty that way. So that's another aspect of this. If there is a Game 7, if the Pistons win tonight, they will force a Game 7 back here in Detroit on Sunday. We don't know what time or what network yet that game will be on. Because if it's the only game in town, it's going to be a primetime game probably on NBC. If there's 3 games, then there's some jockeying for position, and they'll probably put the Lakers at night, because the Lakers always get the primetime spot. But we'll see what happens. We hope we have that problem on Sunday, right? No doubt about it. All right. Coming up next, we can take your phone calls if you want. If you've got a thought on the Pistons, great. If you've got a thought on the 15-year anniversary of the killing of Osama bin Laden, great. I'll take your phone calls, 800-859-0957, 800-859-0WJR. Also, though, I do want to talk about gas prices. I think it is the number 1, 2, and 3 topics that Detroiters, Metro Detroiters, are talking about today. We have some of the highest prices in the country here in Michigan. And we'll talk about that, how it's affecting your life. And when will the president, if at all, feel like he's got to do something about this war? 760 WJR.
Are you trying to get weight loss support through telehealth, but it feels overwhelming and rushed? Check out Orderly Meds now. OrderlyMeds.com was built to be different. Here you connect with real doctors who take the time to understand your goals, review your eligibility, and guide you through a plan that's right for you. Orderly Meds provides access to proven GLP-1 medications like semaglutide and tirzepatide, including both name brand options and personalized compounded versions when appropriate. So you have choices backed by clinical oversight, not guesswork. It's a simpler, more supportive telehealth experience designed around people who want clarity, care, and confidence in their weight loss journey. And your medication is delivered directly to your home in discreet packaging, so your experience stays private from start to finish. Do your research, ask the right questions, then visit orderlymeds.com/radio for an exclusive offer. Again, that's orderlymeds.com/radio. Individual results may vary, not medical advice. Eligibility required. See site for details.
You're not lazy, so your money shouldn't be either. Join No Lazy Money with Nick and Jim from Peak Wealth Management. Discover investment strategies and elevate your wealth. Tune in Wednesday at 7 p.m. with host Ryan Ermanni. Empower your financial journey.
Hey, Jim Harper here. I know the weather's been bouncing around, but it is spring and summer's coming, so it's the perfect time to get some new glasses or maybe some cool new shades. I'd like to invite you to come to a trunk show this Saturday from 9 to 3 at Direct Optical Optique in Canton. A special showing of all the new frames for this year and a direct. Mariana and her staff will help you pick out some frames that'll make you look like a superstar. It'll be fashion, fun, and exclusive offers from Tom Ford, Silhouette, and Maui Jim. Special pricing, raffles for free frames, sunglasses, and gift cards. Plus, it wouldn't be a Direct Optical trunk show without mimosas, a coffee bar, and finger food. You can make an appointment for eye exams, and they accept outside prescriptions. It's the annual trunk show at Direct Optical Optique on Ford Road in Canton next to IKEA, 9 to 3 this Saturday. And in the meantime, OptiqueDetroit.com on the web.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
WJR Traffic and Weather First is sponsored by Weather Seal Home Improvements. Want to save big on your roof replacement? Visit WeatherSealHomeImprovements.com and get free gutters with your roof project this spring. Get a free estimate instantly and get free gutters with your roof replacement. That's a great deal from Weather Seal. Find out how much of your roof should cost at WeatherSealHomeImprovements.com. We've got some construction slowing you down on M59 westbound between DeQuinder and Squirrel Road. Moving roadwork scheduled until 3 this afternoon. I-94 westbound has reopened between M59 and North River Road. We did have an earlier accident there. That has cleared. And we still have that wreck on I-94 eastbound at Merriman. That's blocking your left shoulder. That vehicle fire on I-94 westbound at 21 Mile is cleared. Construction continues on 75 southbound. At the Jeffries, you're slow from Rosa Parks Boulevard. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel. Here's your forecast.
I really feel like we're heading into fall rather than into summertime. Boy, we get into the month of May, you start thinking about different things than these cooler temperatures. 55, partial sun, a passing shower this afternoon. Tonight, cloudy, upper 30. Suburbs will be a little bit colder. Could be some patchy frost Saturday morning. Blue sky, though, will dominate Saturday, but stays cool, low 50s. Sunday, a little bit better, sunshine, low 60s. Chance of showers maybe 70 by Monday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagicon, 760 WJR, where Michigan comes to talk.
Coming up Monday on JR Morning, did the Pistons move on to round 2, or are they sitting poolside in Punta Cana? We'll find out. Plus, we'll meet the new president of the Detroit Auto Dealers Association, and Monday means Monday Munchies. Tune in right here on WJR, WJR.com, and the always free WJR app.
Looking forward to talking about America's summer golf capital in just a little bit. At 2:48 today, we'll talk to our friends from Northern Michigan. We're going to talk to Caroline Rizzo from Grand Traverse Resort, Brittany Primo from Crystal Mountain Resort, and the executive director of America's summer golf capital, Charlie Olson. Looking forward to discussing 26 golf courses, 8 resorts, all in Northern Michigan. And there is no time like the summer when it comes to our friends in Northern Michigan. Golf season is here. There's no better place than that. So we'll check in with them in just a little bit. Now, I wanted to talk about gas prices because I think it's unavoidable. No matter where you go, if you go to lunch with the buddies, if you're at work, whatever, the gas prices are so striking. And gas prices went up again. Here, AAA reports that prices across the state have jumped nearly 30 cents in the past day. One day. In Metro Detroit, the average is $4.80. That average is higher in parts of Oakland, Macomb, Washtenaw, Livingston, Monroe, and Lapeer counties. There are also several stations in the area with gas over $5. Now, there was a refinery issue in Indiana that lost power. Shocker. The war in Iran, the ongoing Strait of Hormuz, driving all of these increases higher. The president in the Oval Office was asked about gas prices yesterday. Now, I know he spoke with the media today. This is sound from him yesterday that's making the rounds. Trump talking about gas prices.
The average price of a gallon of gas is now $4.30 in this country.
And you know what? And we're not going to have a nuclear weapon in the hands of Iran. But the gas will go down. As soon as the war's over, it'll drop like a rock. There's so much of it. It's all over the place, sitting all over the oceans of the world. And it'll go down. But what won't happen is if Iran had a nuclear weapon and used it, then the whole world is a different place.
What about
You're not going to have to pay a little bit more for gasoline. The gasoline, the oil will go down rapidly as soon as the war is over.
And the big question, though, is when will the war be over? And I think a lot of people, a lot of Trump supporters were in the camp, and maybe you still are in the camp of, okay, we have the opportunity to take out this threat. There were 40 leaders in the same place at the same time. You took your shot. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Okay, get out. But now here we sit beyond 60 days. There hasn't been a ton of movement for at least the last 2 weeks. It's a lot of back and forth. And even today, at President Trump's availability to the press before he took off for Florida, he was asked about Iran, and he continued to talk about how they are in a state of total chaos. They don't know who their leader is. You don't know who you're negotiating with. And in the meantime, nothing seems to be getting done. Now, whether they're working behind closed doors or what have you, that is not something that the public sees, and that's certainly something that the oil tankers are not getting through, and it's affecting gas prices, and it's affecting people's, if you're on a fixed income, maybe you can do 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you're good with it, but you start to get antsy now through 60 days, I would imagine. 800-859-0WJR, 800-859-0957. Have you shifted in the way you are thinking about this war with Iran, this military conflict with Iran? And are you one of those people who said, you know what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, good, go do what you got to do. You eliminated the nuclear threat of Iran. But I was good with it then, but I'm not so good with it now the longer it drags out because of the inaction over the last couple of weeks. And there really doesn't seem to be, if we're honest with ourselves here, there really doesn't seem to be an end in sight. Peter Ducey of Fox News asked the president if he was getting antsy.
Iran is proving to be very stubborn. The talks seem like they are stalled. Are you getting antsy to break the ceasefire?
Well, I mean, I don't know what stubborn is because really nobody knows what the talks are except myself and a couple of other people. They want to make a deal badly. And we have a problem because nobody knows for sure who the leaders are. It's a little bit of a problem. You know, the leaders have been wiped out along with their military, almost all of their military. I mean, think of it. 159 ships was their total Navy. 159 ships are gone. They're underwater. They're way below sea level. Sea level is a big difference. Pretty deep waters over there, too. So I don't know that we need it. We might need it.
So I'm not sure that makes anybody feel all that better. Like I said, people are hurting now. And if you just wonder if that has any effect on, how much more people can stomach of this war, how much more people can stomach of these higher prices. Because if you look at the economy, the metrics of the economy, and it continues to come in, they seem positive. The numbers for the economy, traditional numbers for the economy, seem good, but all anybody can really talk about is something that affects them weekly, and that's gas prices, and it is a significant jump. And you wonder if that has any effect on the way President Trump plays the remainder of this war. What does he do next? Because he has been saying for 2 weeks now at least, Iran badly wants to make a deal. But if you translate that, they haven't made a deal. The reports coming out of Iran, and I don't know how much you believe in this. I really don't believe a ton that comes out of Iran. But they've been around for thousands of years. The people don't seem like they're going to be laying down, taking whatever America says, hey, sign this deal or else. Maybe they fight to the death. And would you have the stomach for that? William in River Rouge, you're up here. William, how are you, my friend? 760 WJR. William.
Hey, buddy.
There you go.
Hey, how you doing today, Ryan?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
I can't complain. I ain't been able to call in a while, but I listen every day.
Billy.
And, yeah, this is Billy.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, my friend. How about yourself?
I'm hanging in there, brother.
Good, good. Hey, it's a messed up situation over there in the Middle East, and we have a lot of privileges here in this country, and one of them is being able to travel as we like to. But we don't have the ability to turn off a threat like they're threatening over there. He's trying to do this in a manner which may save a lot of lives. Them people cannot be trusted to have that stuff they need to make the bomb.
Enriched uranium. There's no doubt. William, there's no doubt, but what leads anybody to believe that this regime, especially if there's a fracture in the leadership of Iran, that fractured leadership will abide by any deal that is agreed to eventually by the Iranians and the Americans? I'm just not sure. William,
like I said, he wants that uranium from them. And if they can't get that back, then they just need to seal it wherever it's at.
Well, and that's a question too, William, that a lot of people, and thanks so much for the call, buddy. That is a question that I think the American people and a lot of questions would be, how much more can you stomach? Because in the beginning, we were told this was a 2, 3, 4 week deal. And here we sit 60 days later, and I'm not saying the war's over or anything like that. But is there an end in sight? What happens next? Does anybody have a clue? 800-859-0WJR. More of your calls next, 760 WJR.
You've saved your whole life for retirement, but what if taxes take 1/3 of it? Don't let the IRS decide your future. See what you could owe. Get your free tax report now at moneytalkstaxbill.com. That's moneytalkstaxbill.com. moneytalkstaxbill.com. And join us for Money Talks with Joseph Uplegger, Saturdays at 5 p.m. right here on WJR.
ITC, the nation's largest independent electricity transmission company, based right here in Michigan, is working every day across the state to modernize the grid. Learn more at itc-holdings.com.
Fox News, I'm John Saucier. Countries all around the world feeling the impact of higher energy prices. Today outside the White House, President Trump admits the price of oil is high, but he says it'll come tumbling down following the end of this war with Iran.
Gasoline's high. Other prices are way down, but gasoline's high. But when this is over, you'll have a world without a nuclear weapon with Iran.
Some energy industry analysts have said it could take months or years for prices to return to pre-war levels given the extensive damage to infrastructure in the Middle East. A new congressional map passing Florida's legislature could give Republicans 4 more seats in the House. The Governor Ron DeSantis on Fox and Friends talks about the need for this redistricting.
The Florida today is not the same Florida of 2020. We've netted 2 million people. Right. We've had a massive change in demography.
Democrats have pushed back on this effort. America's listening to Fox News.
WJR traffic and weather first.
We have a wreck blocking your left shoulder on I-94 eastbound at Merriman Road. Some construction slowing you down on I-75 northbound between Sashabaw and Holly Road. Another wreck on I-96 eastbound at the Davison. That's blocking your left shoulder. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. Overcast today, cooler with a high of 51. Cloudy skies for tonight, a low of 36. That means widespread frost in the area. More clouds for Saturday with a high of 52. Cloudy but warmer for Sunday with a high of 64. Right now, mostly cloudy and 47 degrees. I'm Rich Fluzensky, WJR traffic and weather first.
How would you like to finally lose all those unwanted pounds quickly without spending thousands on painful injections or prescriptions? Hi, it's Donna Simpson, health and wellness expert. You probably know someone that is using Ozempic, the hottest diet craze in the country. Everyone knows about this prescription injection. Celebs use it to look their best. The problem is most of us can't afford Ozempic, and these injections can be so uncomfortable. Now you can lose the weight just as easily, but with no needles, no expensive prices, no side effects, and no worries. You need to try Lozempic, a new miracle weight loss breakthrough that performs so well it's been called nature's Ozempic. Lozempic is an easy-to-take diet pill now available without a prescription, being used by thousands to get rid of those unwanted pounds. So call now and find out how to get a free bottle.
To find out how to get your free bottle of Lozempic, call 800-605-1684, 800-605-1684. Free bottles are limited, so call 800-605-1684. That's 800-605-1684.
Your child's education is the foundation for tomorrow's leaders. Listen every Sunday at 3 p.m. for School Talks, hosted by Dr. Robert Livernoy. A conversation on all things education, from parents and students to educators and policymakers. School Talks is dedicated to in-depth discussions and analysis with experts on a wide range of topics in education. Sponsored by the law firm of O'Reilly Rancilio, advising and representing school districts for all of their legal needs for more than 40 years. Get details at orlaw.com.
Hey, John, why so glum? I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hey there, JR listeners. Chris Alberta from Principium. Look, I have an urgent message for you today about your retirement. I don't care if you already retired, you're a few months away, or you're a few years away. You're going to be unemployed soon. And you probably don't have a pension because you are your pension. Recent all-time highs in the market. Look, you're at the top of the mountain. And now we're in an Iranian conflict. AI might replace your job. And like it or not, you could be retired as long as you were working. But despite all that, it's the best time I have ever seen in my career to build you a retirement plan. The fixed rates are unbelievably good. Income models are killing it. You combine that with top-notch market management, and you're going to win. If you wait, you will lose. These rates will go down. You remember the 4% rule? My clients are using the 7% rule. They'll always have a paycheck, and that's freedom. Don't wait. Call me now, 888-800-8949. Call me, Chris Alberta, 888-800-8949.
Catch up with Dave Llewellyn on his podcast, now available on WJR.com.
The Hall of Famer, Alan Trammell, joining us today on the Dave Llewellyn podcast. Kevin McGonigal, who has had a fantastic start to his career, 21 years old. Now, you came to the majors at the age of 20, as I remember. He's 21, already making an impact. Your early impressions at the big league level of Kevin McGonigal.
Well, he's been fantastic, and he's wired a little bit different, where he's a little more mature, and when he comes to play, he's bringing it every single day.
The Dave Llewellyn Podcast. Go to WJR.com/Llewellyn. That's WJR.com/LEW Llewellyn.
Wake up tomorrow with JR Morning with Chris Renwick, Lloyd Jackson, and Jamie Edmonds on 760 WJR. Right now, it's JR Afternoon with Ryan Ermanni.
760 WJR, welcome in here on a Friday, May 1st, continuing to talk about gas prices here. And look, the president says when the war is over, gas prices will come down, and that's great. But I think the big question is, when will this war be over, and how much more of it can you stomach before you start to get a little antsy? And I know a lot of people, when we do this, well, why didn't you talk about gas prices when Joe Biden was the president? One, I wasn't on the air when Joe Biden was the president. Not here anyway. Two, Joe Biden probably didn't know what in the world was going on when he was the president. But let's focus on the here and now. That's all we can do. And I'm just curious to see what your stomach is for how long this can go. One, will we get an agreement with Iran? And if we do you believe they're going to keep that agreement? And two, if we do resume the bombing, how much longer will that go before you get to a resolution? Let me get to Jim in Greenville. You're on 760 WJR. Hi, Jim.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Jim. Thank you.
So I'm a longtime WJR listener, back when my dad used to tune into J.P. McCarthy.
God bless you. God bless you.
Lance, and now I'm over on the other side of the state, and I listen through the internet. But your question, I'm a first-time caller.
Thanks,
but your
Jim.
question is, I'm retired now, which basically means I'm old and unemployed, but I support what's going on. I do not believe that it would be good for my grandchildren to be in a world with Iran having a nuclear weapon. They have been chanting death to America for years. They have people that are unstable. If the supreme leader, who's no longer with us, if he got into a situation where he was ready to check out of this world, he could just push a button and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people would die if there were a nuclear weapon available to them. And so,
no doubt. No, look, and I think a lot of people Jim, and stay with me for a second. I think a lot of people were all in, a lot of Trump supporters, absolutely, and maybe some even on the other side that believe that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. A lot of people believe, okay, you've got 40 leaders all in one room at the same time. Take your shot. Great, fine. But at what point does it end? Because a lot of people, we were told that this is only going to go for a couple of weeks and then it's over. Then we're out.
Well, it ends when Iran can no longer have a nuclear device. And I support our troops and what they're sacrificing, but it cannot continue. It would be dumb, in my opinion, to bail out at this time and let them go back to what they were doing. So,
yeah, and I think a lot of people feel the same way, Jim. I think a lot of people that feel the same way, but also, and again, thanks so much for the call. You know, being retired and not having a job, maybe a lot of people are on fixed incomes too. And, you know, I think it becomes a bigger problem for those people, especially than when you're paying $4.80. I think the national average of gas is $4.39. In Michigan, it's $4.86. That's incredible. And I know the refinery, the power went out in Indiana, and that probably is a big reason why Michigan is a lot higher. But nonetheless, that's real money that people are using and not using for other things, especially if you're on a fixed income. So that's another element to this. And the president is going to speak at the Villages in Florida, of all places. You know, you'll glance up at the TV and he's continuing to do, what's he talking about? Gas prices. It's the number 1, 2, and 3 things that people are talking about. And just seeing where everybody's head is at on it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about something good. Okay. We're going to talk about golf and America's summer golf capital, 26 courses, 8 resorts. And you know what? You can just take a little bit of a drive up north, northern Michigan. They got it all. We're talking to our friends from America's summer golf capital. We'll do that next. 760 WJR.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Did you know only 40% of people get to choose when they retire? To reduce fear and to understand if you have what you need to give you what you want in retirement, the charity has learned after teaching tens of thousands of families with assets between $1 to $20 million, you have to educate yourself and prepare now. Hi, I'm Kirk Cassidy, lead instructor for the Retirement Education Foundation, a charitable program, and the co-host of the Retirement Education Hour heard here Saturdays 6 a.m. and 1 p.m. If you're retiring within 10 years or already retired, then join us for our retirement education courses held at major universities and colleges in your area. At this course, we'll teach you how and when to take income from which accounts at what age to minimize taxes and reduce the chances of outliving your money. Join us for our 8-hour, almost master's level retirement course to learn how to retire earlier, spend more, and reduce your anxiety. To find a course in your area, go to refedu.org. That's refedu.org. These courses are sponsored by the Retirement Education Foundation, a charitable program.
Paul W. here for the Capitol Grill. Make this Mother's Day truly special this year. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., enjoy a 2-course chef-created classic brunch featuring indulgent choices like lobster frittata or a succulent center-cut filet mignon. Sip on a mimosa or Bloody Mary and start the day with freshly baked blueberry bread. Prefer something else? The Capitol Grill's full menu will be available from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., offering an array of mouthwatering options. Start with appetizers like the Jumbo Lump Crab Cocktail or indulge in a spectacular seafood tower. Follow that with hand-carved steaks, classic chops, an array of seafoods, including Capitol Grill's signature dishes. Whatever your choice, Mom is guaranteed an unforgettable dining experience with impeccable service. Mother's Day at the Capitol Grill. Call now while great seating is still available. Call 248-649-5300. 248-649-5300.
Hi, it's Dave Lorenz. The key to a great getaway is to know a bit about the place and to leave plenty of opportunity for discovery. We'll show you the way on the Michigan Travel Show, Sundays at 4 on 760 WJR.
Every day, unsung heroes are transforming our neighborhoods. And 760 WJR's Michigan Voices with me, Marie Osborne, is here to tell their stories. But we need your help to find them. Do you know a local nonprofit or other community organization making an impact? Help us shine a spotlight on their work. Email the details to michiganvoices@wjr.com. Let's join forces to amplify the people building a better Michigan. Michigan Voices, Sunday mornings at 5:30, only on 760 WJR.
WJR and the Detroit Economic Club present our 6th annual Rising Stars campaign, sponsored by Awcom and DFCU Financial. We're on a mission to spotlight some incredible young leaders under 40 who are driving innovation and making a real difference in their respective industries and within our vibrant communities. Do you know an inspiring individual, a game changer who deserves recognition for their outstanding achievements? Tell us their story, highlight their impact, and help us honor Detroit's next generation of leaders. The deadline for nominations is May 22nd. Details at WJR.com/Rising Stars. Your morning is busy, so we'll keep it brief. Upgrade your routine with WJR's 5 Things First Thing. JR Morning with Chris, Lloyd, and Jamie break down the top 5 stories in just 5 minutes. Delivered straight to your device. Start your day by hitting play. Subscribe today on the always free WJR app.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Ready to upgrade to the perfect sleep setup? Let Mattress Firm's sleep experts guide you to the perfect bed at the Memorial Day sale. Top brands, ideal comfort, score unbeatable deals on both. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
WJR Traffic and Weather First is sponsored by Paramount Roofing. A new roof doesn't have to wait. With Paramount Roofing, pay no money down and enjoy 5 years at 0% interest. Get your instant free roof quote now at weareroofing.com. Built to last, backed for life for homes and businesses alike. Paramount Roofing, roofing made easy. We've got some slow traffic on I-75 northbound between the Davison and 8 Mile. Steer clear of a wreck blocking your left shoulder on I-94 eastbound at Merriman Road. Another wreck on I-96 eastbound at the Davison. And construction causing some stop and go on I-75 southbound at the Jeffries. You're slow from I-375. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel. Here's your forecast.
Unseasonably chilly weather continues. Milder weather coming in late in the weekend, early next week. 55 today, partly sunny, maybe a spotty shower or two. Tonight, cloudy, 37. Suburbs, you'll be a little bit colder. That could lead to some patchy frost early Saturday. Then, sunshine, staying cool, 53. Sunday, a little bit better, sunny, 62. Monday, 70 with a chance of afternoon showers. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic on 760 WJR, where Michigan comes to talk.
Call us or text us. The number's the same. 1-800-859-0957. 1-800-859-0WJR. Powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto Accident Attorneys. Visit autolaw.com. That's autolaw.com.
Hey, it's a really exciting time in our state, and specifically in northern Michigan, because there is a reason that northern Michigan is called America's Summer Golf Capital. 26 golf courses, 8 resorts. To help us talk about it, we've got my good friends here, Caroline Rizzo from Grand Traverse Resort, Ken Griffin from Crystal Mountain Resort, and America's Summer Golf Capital Executive Director Charlie Olson. Thank you all for being here. Charlie, let me start with you because as the Executive Director of truly a staple of this state, and that's golf. Talk to me about the excitement for this season specifically.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're at the point now where we're all sick of the cold weather, right? I think we've all
Even today.
Yeah, exactly. So it's time for golf, and we don't think there's any better place to play golf than Northern Michigan. We're very proud of the properties that we represent. Our group consists of 26 golf courses, 8 resorts. Some of those names I'm sure most of the listeners are familiar with, but Boyne Resorts, Treetops, Crystal Mountain, Grand Traverse Resort, Garland, and Agaming are all a part of our group, and we hold ourselves to a pretty high standard. The quality of golf you're going to get is at a high level, and we just want to invite everyone in Metro Detroit to come out, play a little golf, get up north, get out of the hustle and bustle, and come see us this summer.
And Ken, you guys have been working towards this for the last year and booking guests and booking rooms and tee times and everything like that. There's availability, but limited availability and a lot of fun to be had as well.
Well, at the busiest times,
Yeah.
I work for Boyne Golf, not Crystal.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I'm
That's
so
okay. I
sorry.
just wanted to have a job to go back to, so I had to bring that
Oh
up.
my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But yeah, we have 4 courses that open today, and we're going to have 6 more that open next weekend. So we'll be, for the most part, pretty open, except for a 9-hole short course. But we have been, guests are coming from all over the United States, not only to Boyne, but to all of the courses in Northern Michigan, America's summer golf capital. There's easy access into Traverse City now from 20 U.S. airports all summer long. So these people book earlier than people are traditionally maybe used to in Michigan. So book early. Don't wait until a couple days or a couple weeks before. So the sooner you do, the better. But we're going to do our best to try and find space for you to stay and play golf.
Ken, Boyne. Just wanted to give a shout out to Brittany at Crystal Mountain, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Exactly.
We're missing Britt.
We're missing Britt.
Caroline, let me ask you, look, there's not too many places that I think are better than the Grand Traverse Resort, and the entire experience there is second to none. The Northern Michigan area, obviously, but just talk about Grand Traverse and what this season means to you.
Well, it's nice to be a spot where you can come and stay and play and never leave if you don't want to. Of course, we do want you to get out, though, and explore, because Traverse City and being so close to downtown Traverse City and the other areas of that region, Old Mission Peninsula with the wineries, being out there on the water on East or West Grand Traverse Bay, there's so much to see and do around there. You get people who come and all they want to do is golf. And we have 3 courses right on property, so you can play a lot of golf, even in just one day. But maybe you get out in the morning one day and then you spend the afternoon out in the area seeing and exploring other things that Northern Michigan has to offer. Maybe another day you're in the spa in the morning first, revamping your body from the game you had the day before on the Bear, right?
That'd be me. That'd be me.
And then getting in another round on a different course, or being so close to a lot of these other resorts who are part of America's Summer Golf Capital. Agaming is not even 20 minutes up the road. So you could play around in the morning at the resort, then hit up Agaming late in the day, then make your trip over to Treetops and Garland Resort and stay there. So there's so much to see and do being in close proximity to one another, but again, also all offering something totally different and unique.
I think it's great. I think it's great that you all kind of work as a team as well. It's look, there's got to be a little bit of a competition, I would think, for business, but you all working together as a team. I think that kind of vibe is one that is so encouraging for a lot of people.
Well, I think the thing is there's so much great golf in Michigan, and all the courses within America's Summer Golf Capital work hard to have some of the best. And to say you have the best golf in Michigan means you have some of the best golf in the United States. So we all make each other work very hard to have a great product because the standards are really high.
That's a great point. The competition breeds success as well. If one course or if one resort's doing something, you better step up your game to match that, because that's what people expect when they come.
And we have so much to see and do up there. I mean, I think you're an example. You have a guys group who wants to golf every year. You can change
We were at the resort last year.
Exactly. And you can change up now this year and go over to Gaylord and hang out at Treetops. And then the next year, go to Bay Harbor and then Crystal Mountain and then back out to Lewiston and do Garland. And each year is something different. but you might have your favorite parts of each resort too. So every year you're looking forward to something different with each property, finding something new in the area, doing something you've done every year and building those memories and traditions. And we just have such great courses up there with big names, but new things also happening at every property too.
Charlie, that's part of this whole thing because every weekend it feels like there's something in northern Michigan. So you can plan your trip and there might be a festival going on or something happening in the area that you are staying in.
Yeah, I think that the different regions within our small northern Michigan community are all very unique. So Traverse City, famous for the Cherry Festival, famous for a little bit more of a foodie.
Is this the 100th year of that?
Yes.
It is. Yes, it is. A great foodie scene. If you go to Gaylord, it's more of an outdoor recreation atmosphere. So you could go out, get a little whitewater rafting.
How about it?
That sounds fun, doesn't
Come
it?
on.
A little biking, hiking, some of those things. Petoskey, you're right on Lake Michigan. You can get out on the bay, Harbor Springs, see those beautiful sunsets and sunrises. Only maybe 10 minutes from the Highlands right there and 15 minutes from Bay Harbor. So I think each community offers something different for whatever somebody's looking for.
Ken, you had mentioned, people come in from all over the states. We've got 20 direct flights into Traverse City. And for a lot of people in Metro Detroit, and we did this with my group for a number of years before we actually did it. It was, we'll do it next year. We'll do it next year. We'll do it next year until we actually did it one year. And now we do it every year. But just the idea of doing something now, not waiting for it, how important is that aspect of it? Get off your butts and go do something about it now.
Well, it is because golf exploded in the last 5 or 6 years. And it isn't just the old guys groups that are coming anymore. I mean, there are couples groups coming.
Sure.
There are women's groups coming. People are bringing their family up. So, I mean, all the activities, Skybridge, Michigan, at Boyne Mountain, all these activities you can do on and off the course. Because in the old days, guys groups would play 36 or 54 holes until they didn't have any arms left. That doesn't happen anymore.
I think that's why I'm not playing this year.
Yeah. So 36 is a lot, and people still do that. And we're great resorts to do that. But 18 and explore the scene around. And to reiterate what Caroline said, I mean, you want a well-rounded vacation and you want all these different things to do, and there's no better place to do it than America's Summer Golf Capital.
Great family trips too. Great family because you mentioned I talk about the guys group, but my wife would kick my butt on the golf course each and every day and twice on Sundays. Still great deals to be had.
Yeah, we all have a lot of different packages at all of our properties. There's great deals coming up at the resort. We have Golf Your Daylights out in mid-June where you can play unlimited golf every day for one price because that's when the days are the longest with the sunlight. So even for us being up north versus Metro Detroit, you even get that little bit extra bit of sunlight at the end of the day. So you could squeeze in a couple more rounds.
You could play till 10:30.
At night.
My gosh.
Yeah, and you can get out as early as 6:30. So it's a lot of golf to be had, but great packages at the resort properties. Add in the spa, add in shopping, add in dining, bring the family, and golf.
Everything you need is under one website, americassummergolfcapital.com. 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 760 WJR.
Are you trying to get weight loss support through telehealth, but it feels overwhelming and rushed? Check out Orderly Meds now. OrderlyMeds.com was built to be different. Here you connect with real doctors who take the time to understand your goals, review your eligibility, and guide you through a plan that's right for you. Orderly Meds provides access to proven GLP-1 medications like semaglutide and tirzepatide, including both name brand options and personalized compounded versions when appropriate. So you have choices backed by clinical oversight, not guesswork. It's a simpler, more supportive telehealth experience designed around people who want clarity, care, and confidence in their weight loss journey. And your medication is delivered directly to your home in discreet packaging, so your experience stays private from start to finish. Do your research, ask the right questions, then visit orderlymeds.com/radio for an exclusive offer. Again, that's orderlymeds.com/radio. Individual results may vary, not medical advice. Eligibility required. See site for details.
In Metro Detroit, we know that some days are easier than others. But this May, for Mental Health Awareness Month, we're focusing on how we can have more good days together. A good day looks different for everyone. It might mean feeling grounded, finding a moment of connection, or simply having the energy to show up. Mental health. America is encouraging all of us to reflect on what we need to thrive and how we can support those around us. You don't have to navigate the tough days alone. Start by taking a free confidential mental health screening at mhascreening.org.
Your morning is busy, so we'll keep it brief. Upgrade your routine with WJR's 5 Things First Thing. JR Morning with Chris, Lloyd, and Jamie break down the top 5 stories in just 5 minutes. Delivered straight to your device. Start your day by hitting play. Subscribe today on the always free WJR app.
JR Afternoon. Weekdays at 2 with Ryan Ermanni on 760 WJR. This is the great voice of the Great Lakes. 760 WJR. Detroit. A Cumulus media station.
It's May Day around the world. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. International Workers' Day. But across the U.S., many rallies are focusing on Trump policies. Chants against war and ICE outside Trump Tower in New York City, where protesters also blocked an entrance to the New York Stock Exchange, police making arrests a short time ago. A large crowd gathering in Los Angeles and in Chicago.
The labor movement is in good hands because we have students across this city that are raising awareness of what justice looks like, not just in Chicago, but all over the world.
Mayor Brandon Johnson of Chicago provides busing for students to attend rallies after class. In multiple North Carolina districts, school was canceled for a day of civic action. Chants of USA in Sumterville, Florida, where President Trump is set to talk about the economy. Some people lining up for hours to hear the speech.
This comes after the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting last weekend, the first public appearance by the president, and after he signed that executive order yesterday to try to get more people access to retirement plans.
Fox's Darren Botello at the Villages, a 55-plus community. The president says Iran is asking for things he can't agree to.
They want to make a deal, but I'm not satisfied with it, so we'll see what happens.
Also telling reporters before he left for Florida that Iran's leaders are disjointed, confused, and arguing with each other, and that resuming strikes is an option.
On a human basis, I prefer not, but that's the option. Do we want to go in there heavy and just blast them away? Or do we want to do something?
Publicly, Iranian officials have remained defiant, rejecting demands to give up their nuclear program. For now, a ceasefire continues, so the White House is telling Congress hostilities have terminated, arguing that stops the clock on a 60-day deadline to seek authorization from lawmakers under the War Powers Act. America is listening to Fox News.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
Sponsored by NECA, IBEW Local 58. Count on the Powering Michigan team of IBEW 58 skilled electricians and NECA signatory contractors for your next commercial, industrial, public, or residential construction project. The best electricians, the best electrical contractors, period. Learn more at poweringmichigansfuture.com. We've got some slowdowns on I-75 northbound between Kniff and 8 Mile. Construction blocks your left lane on I-75 southbound at the Jeffries. You're slow from I-375. I-94 eastbound at Merriman Road. We have an accident blocking your left shoulder, and another wreck on I-96 eastbound at the Davison. That blocks your left shoulder as well. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. Overcast today and cooler with a high of 51. Cloudy skies for tonight, a low of 36. That means widespread frost in the area. More clouds for Saturday with a high of 52. Cloudy, but warmer for Sunday with a high of 64. Right now, mostly cloudy, 46 degrees. I'm Rich Bluzetsky, WJR Traffic and Weather First.
If you're seriously injured in a slip and fall accident, why would you hire a big TV law firm that advertises everything and specializes in nothing? There's only one law firm that has handled hundreds of slip and fall cases, Michigan Slip and Fall Lawyers. We've recovered some of the very largest slip and fall settlements in Michigan at Michigan Slip and Fall Lawyers. Slip and fall accidents is all we do. Go to falllaw.com now for your free consultation. That's falllaw.com.
Are you concerned about outliving your money? If so, tune in to Money Talks with Joseph Uplegger, Saturdays at 5 p.m. Joe will help make sure you get the retirement you deserve, Saturdays at 5 p.m. right here on WJR 760.
Spring shouldn't be a struggle to breathe. May is Asthma and Allergy Awareness Month. And with nearly 1 million Michiganders affected, it's time to take control. Visit aafamich.org for local resources and management tips to help you breathe easier.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Say hello to another great voice. This is JR Afternoon with Ryan Ermanni on 760 WJR.
Hour number 2 of the program here on a Friday, heading into the weekend, May 1st. Got a little chuckle here as we come in because I'm just, nobody believes anything anymore. I think it's really funny. I think it's kind of funny and maybe a little bit of the reason why we're in the situation we're in, but I'll get to that in a minute. I just wanted to make one final point about my friends from America's Summer Golf Capital in Northern Michigan. AmericasSummerGolfCapital.com is the website. I love our friends from Northern Michigan. Caroline Rizzo, Grand Travers, Ken Griffin and Boyne, Brittany Primo, Crystal Mountain Resort, Charlie Olson, who's the executive director of all of it. Just great people that want you to have a great time when they go. And that customer service aspect, customer service is, I think, one of the most important aspects that gets overlooked so much. If you have great service, man, that goes a long way. And those people that I just mentioned want you to get exactly what you pay for and beyond. And they want you to have a great time. And I think if more people were like that and just absolutely made sure that you're having a great time, this would be a great world to live in. Stephen in Van Buren Township, you're on 760 WJR. Hi, Stephen.
Hey, how you doing, Ryan?
Doing fantastic, buddy. How's the weekend? You got weekend plans? You got anything going on this weekend?
Unfortunately not. But,
well, that's not so bad sometimes. Kick your feet up.
All those golf courses you talked about, I've played them.
Heck yeah, you have. So you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. I played high school golf on the high school golf team. I was the captain.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, no, you know what? You never talked about anything near Mount Pleasant or Soaring Eagle. They had the Polecat, Bucks Run. That's where Erica Francis is from.
Look at that.
Wow.
My good friend
Yeah,
Erica Francis. Yeah, Mount Pleasant's got great places too, no doubt. This entire state, Stephen, entire state has great golf. But there is something about getting in the car, heading up north, and getting away from your daily life, so to speak. And I just absolutely love it up there. It's a little bit of a slice of heaven right here in Michigan. So love it.
Oh, yeah.
Love it when we talk about that.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Well, Stephen, you have a great weekend, my friend. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, okay. Let's see ya.
My man, Stephen. Let's get to Rod in Plymouth. You're on 760 WJR. Hi, Rod.
Hey, Ryan, that was great that you went to Capitol Hill. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope the Pistons win, but I have a question of the day.
Sure.
How many wars have ever been won by being indecisive?
No doubt. None. Zero.
I'll see you.
That's it. Mic drop. No, that was it. How many wars have been won from being indecisive. Mic drop. Good job, Rod. Let's go. And I don't know what he was getting at there, to be honest with you, because I think there is a little bit of an indecision happening here. I think there is a little bit of indecision. Not sure which way to go with this. Do you just blow up, a country? Do you continue to drop bombs, or do you wait for Iran to figure out which way they want to go? I think that's a little bit of a question. Ryan in Rochester Hills, you're on 760 WJR. Hi, Ryan.
How you doing?
Good, buddy. What's happening?
I'd rather pay a couple dollars more a gallon for gasoline than become confetti because we didn't take care of somebody's arsenal.
And I think a lot of people feel like that, Ryan. There's no doubt about it. I think a lot of people feel like that. And I think that's okay to feel like that. And that's one of the things that I'm doing here is checking on the pulse, because there is a little bit of a moving of the goalpost. Would you acknowledge that, Ryan?
Yes. And like you said, I'd rather have a pulse.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. And I think if you asked a lot of people, if they're honest with you, would you rather Iran have a nuclear weapon, and would you rather pay higher gas prices for a little bit? They would choose pay higher gas prices for a little bit. But I think the question that the question that I'm asking is, when does a little bit become an elongated bit? Because in what I say, the movement of the goalpost is, when this first happened, I think there was a ton of support for taking out the leadership of Iran. 40 people in one place at one time. President comes out. It'll last a couple of weeks. A lot of people are thinking 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe. And now here we sit 60 plus days in, and nothing's really happening. Is that fair to say? And that's why I say the goalpost is moving a little bit. So are we fine with the goalpost moving a little bit? And what does the end of the war look like? How do we, because the president once again said today, gas prices will go down once this war is over. And I think a lot of people were almost certain that this war was going to be over in a couple of weeks. And now I think there is a question of, how much longer will it be? Will it be 8 weeks? Will it be 3 months? Will it be 4 months? Will it be over by the midterms? And I think that these are valid questions.
They're valid questions, but it's not a game where you got a timer.
No doubt. And there is no, I don't want to say playbook or guidebook for these things. A lot of it you do have to go by feel. But, but when something is affecting your life every single day, and I think for a lot of people, the gas prices it affects their pocketbook every single day. Maybe you're not going to go, to Great Lakes. You live in Detroit or whatever. You're not going to go to Great Lakes Crossing this week because you don't want to drive that far. I mean, that might be an extreme example, but you get what I'm trying to say is.
I get it. We lived through COVID. We could not go to Great Lakes.
No doubt. All right. Coming right back, 760 WJR.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-1509. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-1509 or biglou.com.
Hi, it's Paul W. Smith. We're all glad to finally be able to enjoy walks, golf, pickleball, and other activities outside. Don't let severe or chronic back, neck, or knee pain get in the way of you doing the things you love. Call my friend Dr. Saul Kogan at the Nerve and Disc Institute. Thousands of people have reduced or eliminated their pain thanks to his gentle, relaxing, non-invasive, and best of all, non-surgical intra-disc neutrosis and knee restore RX treatments that stimulate the body's natural healing process. If you have spinal stenosis, herniated, bulging, or degenerative discs, sciatica pain, numbness, tingling, or burning in your hands, arms, and legs, osteoarthritis, or meniscus tears, Dr. Kogan can help you. Mention WJR in May to receive a consultation, exam, X-ray or MRI review, and laser treatment for only $49 for your first visit. The Nerve and Disc Institute in Farmington, Clinton Township, Grand Blanc, and Bad Axe. Call 586-416-DISC, 586-416-3472.
Those cross-country trips might not be in the budget this year, so staying right here in Michigan makes more sense than ever this summer. Want some good travel ideas? Join us Sundays at 4 for the Michigan Travel Show on 760 WJR.
Hello, America. Mark Levin here. Many people seem to be incubating a rage looking for somewhere to go. Are there times when you think the country's out of control? You see all these things and you wonder, what in the world is going on? Was it this way 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Do we have the will or not? But we are Americans, and I believe we absolutely do have the will. I do this show for you. And when you're not interested in it anymore, I will just go away.
The Mark Levin Show.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Michigan students planning for future in business, here's an opportunity you won't want to miss. Shelving.com is now accepting applications for its 2026 Business Scholarship. Founded in Michigan and still proudly headquartered in Madison Heights, celebrating 12 years of supporting Michigan's next generation of business leaders. As a family-owned company that stayed true to its local roots, Shelving.com is committed to investing in the communities it calls home. This year, 3 students will receive scholarships, including a $4,000 grand prize, along with awards for 2 additional finalists. The program is open to Michigan residents pursuing a business-related field of study, as well as high school seniors enrolled to begin their studies. Applicants should have a strong academic record and a clear vision for how they'll use their education to make a positive impact. At Shelving.com, investing in students means investing in the future of our local business community and the leaders who'll shape it. Applications are open now through July 2nd. To learn more or apply, visit Shelving.com.
We rack your world! WJR Traffic and Weather First.
This report is sponsored by Think It Up. Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
We've got some slowdowns on I-75 northbound between Caniff and 8 Mile. Also on I-75 northbound between Sashabaw Road and Holly Road due to construction blocking your left lane. Steer clear of an accident on I-94 eastbound at Merriman Road. That's blocking your left shoulder. Now WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel. Here's your forecast.
Really not looking at high pops or probability of precipitation this afternoon, but some showers around for some of us, most of us probably dry, partly sunny 55 otherwise. Tonight overcast and we'll fall back to about 37. The outlying areas will be cooler and we may have some frost early Saturday, sunshine and 53 Saturday afternoon. Sunday we kind of do a reset, start getting milder, sunny 62, and then Monday 70 degrees and maybe a few showers in the afternoon. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagicon, 760 WJR, where Michigan comes to talk.
Coming up Monday on JR Morning, did the Pistons move on to round 2, or are they sitting poolside in Punta Cana? We'll find out. Plus, we'll meet the new president of the Detroit Auto Dealers Association, and Monday means Monday Munchies. Tune in right here on WJR, WJR.com, and the always free WJR app.
All right, I've got some fun stuff coming up because one of my favorite topics is aliens. It is. Sorry, you're just going to have to stomach through it with me if you're not interested. But I've got some great stuff about it. Great stuff. Great stuff. But first, Dennis is in Rochester Hills. Hi, Dennis.
Hey, how are you, Ryan?
Feeling like $1 million, buddy. If I was any better, I'd be
good.
twins right now, my man. How you feeling? Let's go. It's Friday. I feel that sun trying to peek out.
It is Friday. I'm just coming home from a great lunch with a longtime friend. It doesn't get any better.
Can't beat that. That's living right there, brother. That's living life right there, brother. Great job.
So I think you're asking some pretty good questions about this whole Iran conflict. And I want to take it back to a different place I haven't heard you go before.
Okay.
And I think, so people are getting upset about 60 days in and no resolution. And let me put an example out there. You know, go back to 1938, and would we be happy with 60 or 90 days of Chamberlain and Churchill taking care of Hitler before instead of dealing with 6 years of agony and 100 million dead, right?
Yep.
I think what's happened in the American culture with TikTok and computers and the internet is our attention spans and our thresholds are totally warped. So we have push button military, right? Push button military. We can launch stuff from across the world and watch it blow up in real time. And people are like, oh man, this is going to be over in like 3 weeks, you know? And when it doesn't, now we've got that TikTok mentality, like, instant gratification, inability to focus. And so I think we need to let it play out. If it's 60 days, if it's 90 days, whatever, but let's take this to completion, stop the evil before it gets started, and learn to just relax a little bit.
Dennis, Dennis, let me jump in. Let me jump in here and stay with me for a minute, because I think you're totally. I think everything you said is totally spot on. I want to get that out there. I totally agree with you. I get it, but how much of that timeline of impatience is because of what President Trump said from day one of this attack? That, you know what, this is just going to last a week to 10 days, a couple of weeks max. And now it's longer than that. And I'll give you an example. So I flew out to DC on Tuesday, and on the flight back from Reagan International to Detroit, boarded the plane, and the pilot said, just right before we were about to take off, the pilot said, welcome to the flight. This is absolutely a picture-perfect night to fly. We anticipate a smooth ride into Detroit. A picture-perfect night to fly. We anticipate a smooth ride into Detroit. About 25, 30 minutes in, we got major turbulence. And it felt so much worse because of the pilot telling me that it was a perfect night to fly and we're going to have a smooth flight into Detroit. But because he said it, that was my expectation. If he didn't say that, leave him up, Dania, if you don't mind. If he didn't say that, I probably would have been like, no problem at all. And I want to equate that to what the president said. If he didn't say that, if President Trump didn't say I was going to week to 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever, I think a lot more people would be less impatient now, because he set the expectation of how short this was going to be. And mind you, still short. We're sitting here 60 days or whatever. Still short. But because he set the expectation, I think a lot of people are becoming impatient. What do you make of that?
I agree with you. Expectation set, expectation not met. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think part of what he does and what he says is born out of the frustration of the antagonism he faces every day. I mean, you've got people that from the minute he raised his right hand in 2025, they've been rooting for his failure.
No
And
doubt.
the failure of everything does. And he took a major military organization, he took all those chess pieces off the board in less than 2 months. And we're getting impatient because we just haven't gotten to the signing table yet.
Right.
And
Go ahead, finish your point. Yeah, please.
no, and I just think, yes, he does say, even as a conservative, he says things that frustrate me, but I get it. He is under pressure like no other president, and he is delivering for us. I mean, I'm coming up on the fourth quartile of probably my life, right? And
Dennis, you got a long way to go, buddy. You got a long way to go.
But I think of my children and my grandchildren.
I know what you're.
Right?
I know what you're talking about. No, and look, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And I think the only reason I'm even asking the question is because I'm just not sure where the end game is anymore. Just even right now, the president said that he's not happy with Iran and he is weighing his options. What do those options look like? That's what I'd like to know, because he is insistent that there is this fracture within the Iranian government. And the question I would have is, okay, what do you do about it? I think there was maybe a level of expectation that the people of Iran would fight back, but they don't have access to the information that we have here in this country, and they don't have access to any guns. The only thing they're seeing is that people who protest or quote unquote rise up are getting executed, getting hung in public. So the Iranian people are not quote unquote rising up because they're scared to death, literally scared to death. And how long do you go with letting the Iranian government or the Iranian chaos within their leadership kind of sow a little bit? So it's interesting.
So the phrase I use in consulting is, are you willing to do what's required? All right. Are you willing to do what is necessary and what is required to take a dictator off the board and free a nation and free the Western world? I mean,
and Dennis, that
you
is
willing to do?
And that is the question that I think a lot of people, a lot of presidents were not willing to do before this one. And he was willing to do that, and we'll see what happens from here. Dennis, I really enjoyed this conversation with you. That's a great conversation. Thanks so much. Call back anytime, buddy.
Thank you.
You got it. That's Dennis in Rochester Hills. Really enjoyed that call. And again, one of the reasons why I love taking calls is getting a real opportunity to see where you all are with this. I can ask the questions, but I don't know a lot of these answers. I wish I had an end game here for you. I just don't. And I do know, though, the goalposts have moved a little bit, certainly from those opening days, of the Iran war. Coming up next, I have got to get to this story. I'm going to enjoy this story, and it goes a little something like this. Just wait for it. You're going to enjoy this. I'm going to make you enjoy it. The aliens are here. 760 WJR.
Probate is bad. It's slow, it's expensive, and it's completely public. But the good news is you can avoid probate entirely with a revocable living trust. A revocable living trust keeps you in control of the who, the what, and the when. Who receives your assets, what assets they receive, and when they receive them. And when your assets are properly owned by or payable to the trust, you bypass probate and protect your family from the delays and costs that come with it. At Estate Planning Legal Services, their attorneys walk you through every step. They'll help retitle your assets at no charge. And if you need any changes in the future, they're free for life. With more than 25 years serving Metro Detroit families, they know how to make the process clear, affordable, and stress-free. Get the peace of mind you deserve. Contact Estate Planning Legal Services today for your free consultation and learn how a revocable living trust can work for you. 248-435-0400 or go to eplspc.com, 248-435-0400.
WJR and the Detroit Economic Club present our 6th annual Rising Stars campaign, sponsored by Awcom and DFCU Financial. We're on a mission to spotlight some incredible young leaders under 40 who are driving innovation and making a real difference in their respective industries and within our vibrant communities. Do you know an inspiring individual, a game changer who deserves recognition for their outstanding achievements? Tell us their story, highlight their impact, and help us honor Detroit's next generation of leaders. The deadline for nominations is May 22nd. Details at WJR.com/Rising Stars.
I'm Ann Thomas. Congratulations to the 2026 Women Who Lead class. Andrea Nicolella, Nino Salvaggio co-owner, says quality and service sets Nino's apart.
That's what our business is thrived on. My father always said, you give them quality, you give them service, and you worry about your own four walls. Don't worry about what the guy down the street's doing. Don't worry about what he's doing. Worry about yourself.
Special thanks to University of Michigan Health Von Voigtlander Women's Hospital for supporting Women Who Lead.
Fox News, I'm Tom Graham. Iran introducing the latest proposal to end the war with the U.S. It was given to mediators in Pakistan. President Trump reacting.
They want to make a deal, but I'm not satisfied with it, so we'll see what happens.
The president did not elaborate while speaking to reporters today. He previously insisted that any peace deal include Iran giving up its nuclear ambitions. May Day protests underway in several major U.S. cities. Fox's Rich Edson.
Activists are out there protesting, leading boycotts across the country. They say they're refusing to cooperate today. No work, no school, no shopping. Coordinating many of these protests is a coalition called May Day Strong. It includes labor and teachers unions.
Labor protests also underway. Parts of Europe, Asia, and Paris. Demonstrators escalated into clashes with police, with officers using tear gas. America is listening to Fox News.
WJR traffic and weather first.
This report is sponsored by Pro-Life Across America.
Hi, I'm Angie. Did you know a billboard can save a baby's life? It's true. You can make a difference by helping us spread the pro-life message to reach those who are struggling with an unplanned pregnancy. Please make a gift today. Visit prolifeacrossamerica.org.
We've got some slow traffic on I-275 southbound between 7 Mile and M14. Construction blocking your left lane on 75 southbound at the Jeffries. You're slow from I-375. And we picked up a wreck blocking your left shoulder on I-75 northbound after Grange Hall Road. Traffic is getting by in the right lane only. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. Overcast today, cooler with a high of 51. Cloudy skies for tonight, a low of 36. That means widespread frost in the area. More clouds for Saturday with a high of 52. Cloudy, but warmer for Sunday with a high of 64. Right now, mostly cloudy, 46 degrees. I'm Rich Luzensky, WJR Traffic and Weather First.
Sponsored by Femininio Law. GetDavidGetPaid.com. Traffic and weather is sponsored by Femininio Law. Get David, get paid.
Only Femininio Law has the accident response team, crisis counselors, medical experts, forensic specialists who lock down the evidence before it disappears. When you're hurt, you need action. Call 855-65-CRASH or visit GetDavidGetPaid.com.
Hey, gang, it's Ryan Ermanni here. I want to tell you about our friends at Paramount Roofing. Spring is here. Spitting rain right now, but those heavy rains are coming. You know the weather is always unpredictable, and I want to ask, are you seeing your roof shingles curling? Maybe due to a recent storm, you see a shingle missing. It's not good. And that's where our friends at Paramount Roofing come in. When I met with the owner, Eric Reno, he and his team showed me and my wife how they make the whole process incredibly easy from start to finish. All you need to do is visit weareroofing.com. You're going to get an instant free roof quote. No waiting, no pressure, just real information. I love their approach. They came to my house. They show us everything is built to last, backed for life. They truly deliver a 5-star roofing experience. If you're worried about time or budget, Don't. Paramount Roofing offers no money down, plus 5 years, 0% interest, which makes protecting your home or your business a whole lot more manageable. They handle both residential and commercial roofing, so whether it's your home or your office or the property you manage, they've got you covered. Spring is here, Michigan. Now is the time to check on that roof. Get your instant free quote today. WeAreRoofing.com. That's WeAreRoofing.com. Paramount Roofing.
In the heart of Michigan, voice rings true. Perry Johnson coming, he got work to do. Conservative leader, just like the best. No hold bar, he's ready for the test. Quality efficiency, that's his game. Cut through the play, calm out the name. Crooked politicians led us astray.
Coming in 3, in 2. Coming up on Monday, is the Pistons season over, or are we looking on to round 2? All that and so much more. 760 WJR.
$47.47.
This message paid for by Perry Johnson for governor, because we must implement the mega audit to eliminate the waste and return the money to the taxpayers.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
WJR just made it easier for you to nominate the next All Talk All-Star with Kevin Dietz.
And this week's All Talk All-Stars, Krista Funk, the Executive Director of Detroit Regional Dollars for Scholars.
I think it's really just about having that guiding person to walk you through it.
Just send your nominees' information to alltalkallstars@cumulus.com. It's that easy.
Tom Violante, FAR in Birmingham.
Leadership has to be confident. It's got to be fiscally responsible. That leader has to be dynamic and driven.
Then listen to past winners at WJR.com/all-talk-all-stars.
Rick Snyder has long been someone who believes deeply in the idea of giving back. Governor Snyder, it's great to have you with us.
I like to joke with people, what do you do with an old governor? Or I'm on my 5th career now, and I think I may have a 6th in me. So
send your nominee now to alltalkallstars@cumulus.com.
Wake up tomorrow with JR Morning with Chris Renwick, Lloyd Jackson, and Jamie Edmonds on 760 WJR. Right now, it's JR Afternoon with Ryan Ermanni.
The music is setting the stage for what we're doing here. I wanted to do this topic for like 3 days, and I'm just going to do it today. And it's about aliens. Okay? And I want to preface this story by saying nobody believes anything anymore, so fine. You don't have to believe in the aliens. Just sit back and enjoy the story. Like, for instance, today, and I mentioned this earlier, it is 15 years since President Obama ordered SEAL Team 6 to go in and kill Osama bin Laden. 15 years ago. I posted that on my page, on my Facebook page today, and you know what I got? Got about 1 million comments of people saying, oh, yeah, and we never saw his body. Wink, wink. Oh, yeah, sure they got him and put him in the ocean. Sure, wink, wink. Nobody believes anything. The assassination attempt, nobody believes it happened. Staged completely. They got this Kamala Harris voter, 31 in New York, got his family to go along with it. He says, yeah, I'm going to do Trump a solid. Nope, fake. And then, did you see the video of this canine, by the way? Did you see the new video that was released yesterday where the canine is totally onto the shooter and follows the shooter, tracking the shooter, walks right into the room, and then the officer pulls the canine off? Dogs are so incredibly smart. You know what somebody said to that? It's AI. It's not real. So nobody believes anything. So I'm going to do my alien story anyway, because nobody's going to believe it anyway. Oh, God. Okay, so Representative Anna Paulina Luna, who I saw on Tuesday, by the way, incredible, says the American public is on the verge of getting long-awaited answers and hints proof of non-human life is about to be revealed. Non-human life is about to be revealed. She calls them interdimensional beings. Luna says she has personally witnessed things that cannot be explained, that the public will soon have to see for themselves and draw their own conclusions. Here is United States Representative Anna Paulina Luna on a podcast earlier this week.
I have seen evidence in a skiff that leads me to believe there are things we cannot explain, and I have observed things that are of non-human origin and creation. That's my opinion. Again, but there has been a declassification order from the president, and you will see as soon as that stuff comes out.
You know, if you had to just make a decision now about whether there really were, I guess, aliens moving among us with their strange machines that have all sorts of powers, do you think that's plausible?
I don't call them aliens, and I don't know what these things are that they're using, right? But I think that there's stuff that we have witnessed as members of Congress, been briefed on that we cannot explain. And I will leave it at that because that's going to be coming out soon. And I think that the American people will have many of their questions answered.
So you've seen in a skiff evidence.
I can't tell you what I've seen in a skip because I'll get in trouble for that.
Right.
But when it's declassified, well, I have to be careful about how I answer it. But when it's declassified, I will have a press conference and I'll show you exactly what we saw.
Unbelievable. Does that not intrigue you? I mean, is she lying? I mean, is she just flat out lying? I can't imagine she is. She has seen these things. They're interdimensional beings. She won't call them aliens. Now, the president was asked about this in the Oval Office himself. Did I send that one? Dang it. President Trump talked about aliens as well. He says he is going to, we're going to be learning about it very soon. Very interesting things. Very interesting things. We don't have the audio. My fault. But that's what he said. We're going to be learning with some very interesting things up there. And I don't know. I'm so intrigued by this stuff. And I do believe June is a little bit of a soft deadline for this. June, you do? Okay, let me hear it.
Process is well underway, and we found many very interesting documents, I must say. And the first releases will begin very, very soon. So you can go out and see if that phenomena is correct. You'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. You'll see if that phenomena. June is the soft deadline for me because I believe that the Steven Spielberg movie Disclosure Day is going to completely reshape the way we talk about aliens and UFOs and this entire topic. And I think the public groundswell from wanting to know more after, I believe it's June 15th. Mark my words here, really close to June 15th, there is going to be a public groundswell of wanting the government to release what they have on aliens. And we might be disappointed or we might be floored by what we saw, in a lot of other files, as you wish, as you call them. We have not been so overwhelmed But maybe this is different. I think a lot of people would love to know what the government knows about interdimensional beings and or, dare I say, aliens. You like the aliens, Beth Ann?
I love the aliens. And it'll be out June 12th.
June 12th. Thank you. So certainly around June 15th then.
Exactly.
3 days after the
You
movie.
were close enough.
Right, close enough. All right, 760. Courtney's next. 760 WJR.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
ITC, the nation's largest independent electricity transmission company, based right here in Michigan, is working every day across the state to modernize the grid. Learn more at itc-holdings.com. Paul W. Smith's 2026 Pure Michigan Tour, kicking off tourism season in Michigan. It all starts Monday, May 4th at Grand Hotel on beautiful Mackinac Island. Then the journey heads south. Tuesday, it's the Heritage Museum of Newaygo County, sponsored by ITC. Wednesday, we're live at Midland Center for the Arts and the Great Lakes Bay Regional Convention and Visitors Bureau. Thursday, experience the bloom at the Mathai Botanical Gardens, sponsored by Destination Ann Arbor. And Friday, we wrap up a week of Michigan Majesty at the historic Detroit Golf Club with Rocket. Get full details at WJR.com.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. Ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Thinking about starting your GLP-1 journey? Go to orderlymeds.com/radio. Get access to proven GLP-1 medications, licensed providers, and a plan built for real life. All online. No guesswork, no wasted time. Just real people, real answers, real momentum, and support that actually lasts. Join thousands already seeing results. Start now at orderlymeds.com/radio. orderlymeds.com/radio. Individual results may vary, not medical advice. Eligibility required. See site for details.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
WJR Traffic and Weather First is sponsored by Paramount Roofing. Looking for a roofing company you can trust? Paramount Roofing delivers a 5-star roofing experience made easy. Get your instant free roof quote at weareroofing.com. Built to last, backed for life with no money down, and 5 years, 0% interest. Residential and commercial roofing. Paramount Roofing. It's a slow go on I-275 southbound between 7 Mile and M14. We still have that wreck on 75 northbound after North Line Road. That's blocking your right lane. Another wreck on 75 northbound after Grange Hall Road. That's blocking your left shoulder. Traffic getting by in the right lane only. And a disabled vehicle slows you down on the Davison westbound after I-75. That's blocking your right lane. Drivers are doing pretty good with that right now. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel. Here's your forecast.
I really feel like we're heading into fall rather than into summertime. Boy, we get into the month of May, you start thinking about different things than these cooler temperatures. 55, partial sun, a passing shower this afternoon. Tonight, cloudy, upper 30. Suburbs will be a little bit colder. Could be some patchy frost Saturday morning. Blue sky, though, will dominate Saturday, but stays cool, low 50s. Sunday, a little bit better, sunshine, low 60s. Chance of showers maybe 70 by Monday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajik on 760 WJR, where Michigan comes to talk.
Call us or text us. The number's the same. 1-800-859-0957. 1-800-859-0WJR. Powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto Accident Attorneys. Visit autolaw.com. That's autolaw.com.
760 WJR. My good friend Steve Courtney is in the house. Just quickly talking about this JP Morgan story, which is incredibly crazy.
It's insane.
This JP Morgan executive accused of having being
an underling.
Yeah, like a sex slave, essentially, to this underling. And the whole thing was made up. The whole thing was fabricated.
This is where we're at right now.
JP Morgan did an entire investigation and say this never happened. And I think about like how many people saw the original story, 20 million. Now, how many people have stayed with this story to see the correction, or not the correction, but the results of the JP Morgan investigation that exonerate this poor woman now who is being dragged all over the place.
Tragic is what it is. And this dude types it up like it's real.
Like these quotes from her.
This is what happened to me.
Can't even read them. I mean, we could, but this is WJR. We have standards here, Steve.
Yes, we certainly do. And me, I'm just an intergalactic guy.
Right.
And I've got standards.
Oh, my gosh. Big game tonight, huh?
Yeah, we'll touch on that momentarily, but there's something else going on. Your Detroit Tigers will kick off a 3-game weekend series at beautiful Comerica Park with who? That would be the Texas Rangers. 6:40 is the start time. The Rangers, they're 15-16. The Tigers, they're 16-16. The Rangers will send out Mackenzie Gore. He's 2-2, ERA of 4.35. Come on, Jack Flaherty. He's 0-2. His ERA, 5.33.
Come on, Jack.
5.33. First meeting of the season between these two ball clubs. The Tigers, very respectful at home. They're 10-2. They are 4-6 in their last 10. Guess what? So are the Rangers.
How about it?
All right.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Of course. Now, listen, this would be an excellent opportunity for the Tigers to put it into another gear here.
Yeah.
Sweep the Rangers, and let's get going, shall we?
It would be nice to go on a little bit of a win 8 out of 10 games, something like that, wouldn't it?
Oh, they need it.
You look at the division,
just
separate yourself a little bit.
From what is currently an extremely weak AL Central.
The 12-19 Kansas City 12-19 Kansas City Royals are 3.5 games out of first place.
That's just so tragic. By the way, Kevin McGonigal continues to be one of the big toasts of Major League Baseball. He's hitting .328. The rookie has 11 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, 19 walks, 13 RBI.
What a guy. I mean, is he the best player on the team?
You know what? Riley Green is playing some ball.
Yeah.
Other than that, you've got a rookie pacing your ball club right now.
Seriously.
What are you going to do?
I mean, fine. Like what did Jim Leland always say? When I make the lineups out, I don't check their IDs.
Right.
You know,
how you playing,
right,
lad? Get on in there.
Yeah, right.
Okay, here we go. It is a huge night for the Pistons. Game 6 in Orlando with the Magic. You know the deal. The Pistons need a win tonight to force a Game 7 back here in Detroit on Sunday. You had the Pistons taking care of business in Game 5, 116-109. There's a couple things going on. First of all, Franz Wagner. He is not going to go tonight. And Franz, from all reports, if it does go to a Game 7, will not be able to go with that right calf strain. Meanwhile, the local team, Tobias Harris, injured his ankle in the Game 5 win. He plowed through, was able to come through with 23 critical points. He did participate in today's shoot-around. He is expected to play, but nobody knows better than you there, Ryan, with an ankle. It's just so unpredictable.
No doubt. And look, if he is not 100%, if he can't go, then guys like Duncan Robinson, Karis LeVert, you don't replace Tobias Harris. It's going to be a team effort. Those guys are going to have to put the ball in the basket. You ask about, or you talk about Wagner not being able to play either. That is so significant. I saw this ESPN tracking stat.
Yes.
And I don't know how that works or what they, whatever. But in the first 4 games, when Franz Wagner was the primary defender on Cade Cunningham, Cade scored 17 total points.
It's mind-blowing.
And 3 of 15 from beyond the arc. Now, he was not the primary defender every minute of the first 4 games. It was just in spots. But, in game 5 without Wagner, 45 points. If Wagner's defending him and he only scores 40 that night, Pistons don't win.
Well, and there's some other factors, too, for those who have concern about tonight's tilt. First of all, we realize you can't pencil in Cade or Ben Carroll for 45 apiece tonight.
No.
But we can also, I don't think, pencil the Orlando Magic in for such a horrific performance from the charity stripe. They were 16 of 30. And this is one of the more accomplished teams, getting to the line and converting. So there's that.
Can't count on it.
No, turnovers. Again, even in the win, they had 17, the Pistons.
Yeah.
In game 5. Orlando, though, they contributed 16. I think the first 10 minutes of this tilt is going to be large. Because you remember in game 5, the Pistons got off to an amazing start, 17-point lead in that first half, 15-point lead in the fourth quarter. So, I think it's paramount that they get off to that in offensive rebounds. Clearly in game 5, they got off on the right side of things. They ended up with 16 offensive boards.
I got to give the crowd in Orlando a little bit of love, too. I'm not sure I completely respected Orlando Magic fans as much as I do now than before the series. I thought it was kind of a little bit of a snooze fest in Orlando prior to the series. That is a really tough place to play. They got great fans there, at least in games 3 and 4. That was a loud atmosphere.
Well, and it's going to be absolutely bonkers tonight because they don't want to come back to Detroit.
No.
There's no way. X Factor, Asar Thompson. No doubt in my mind.
Who's got a better motor than that guy?
Nobody. 15 boards, 5 steals, plays defense like it's his job. Well, I guess it is. But you know what? I honestly believe, and we were talking about it back in the cubicle area earlier, I honestly believe he's becoming a household name.
Without question. Who's got the pressure tonight?
Well, as we were discussing going into game 5, if you're the road team, all you want to do is hang around.
Mm-hmm.
And then the longer you do, obviously the pressure goes on the home team. Same thing applies tonight in game 6. Pistons just need to hang around, and we'll see how it works out.
No doubt. Steve-O, we're going to be listening.
Are you concerned?
Yes, but I do believe the Pistons will win the series. When you and I reconvene on Monday, I believe we're going to be talking about a second-round matchup with the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Toronto Raptors.
From your lips to God's ears.
Amen to that. Hey, we'll be listening.
Please.
You're in the chair today, I understand.
Yeah, Mitchell unable to make it, so.
All right.
I'm usually not part of the Friday rotation. But
call in the left-hander.
Boy, am I lucky, huh?
Hey, at least you're not missing any golf today.
No, that's
cold
true.
And rainy.
That's
if
true.
It was sunny and 70, I'd feel bad for you.
Valid point, my friend.
Hey, Beth Ann Long, Danielle Mason, Rich Luzinski, Ann Thomas, Steve Courtney, Steve Finateri. Gang's all here. Love everybody. 760 WJR.